Right. Welcome to session 2, chapter 4. Okay. Input output statements. So basically, Java is a program. Okay, is to perform calculations and manipulate the data. So it's a program. Okay, which will take data to perform calculations on this data, perform some manipulations, additions, subtractions, some operations. So that's mostly calculation, means it takes some input, perform some operations on this input and gives the result as an output, right? So this is what input output statements. So what is the how to read the values, okay, how to get the values, how to read or input the values to the program, okay, how to perform the operations on these values, data, then how to present the data, how to display the output result, okay, in the Java, right? So data must be loaded into main memory before it can be managed. Means all these data programs output input must be loaded into the memory before it can be manipulated, of course, because everything is stored, your program is stored basically in the secondary drive. So in practical, we put this data into variable using two ways. So how do you keep this data? We say read the data, read the values. So keep this data into the, okay, in two ways, like mostly assignment, using assignment statement, like using assignment operator, okay, and another is you input a read statement using some statement. Let's see one by one here, right? First one is assignment statement. How do you get the value here? How do you assign this value to the variable? Right, using assignment operator. Like example, this is an expression, a formula, a number, a operand, an expression, right? That expression is get evaluated and the result is stored into the variable using equal. This is not equal, actually this is an assignment operator, okay. The value of an expression must be match the type of variable. So what is the condition here? For example, this is the expression is integer. The expression is here, the variable must be integer. You must declare this variable also an integer, right? So that's one thing. Like you can say here example, example I will add here. For example, a, this is a equal to, when I say 10, here a is a 10, so you must write is a int a, right? Clear? Now you cannot write like a string a. This is incorrect, right? So the value is 10 is a numeric value, okay. It must match to the type of variable a. What is the type of variable a? Is a string, right? So it must be a string, okay, or must be a integer. Here now is very simple, because the value is integer you have given, right? So it's as an example here. So second thing, thus an expression on the right hand side were evaluated and assigned to the variable into a memory on the left hand side. This value get evaluated and assigned to the variable, and this variable is nothing but stored in the memory, stored in the memory. So a variable is nothing but a memory location, a location of in the memory. So in Java, the equal sign, this equal sign is called assignment operator. It's called assignment operator. Example int, can say here example int equal to marks equal to 76. So the value 76 is assigned to the variable marks of integer type. What we have seen in chapter 3, 2, right? Now, but I just want to focus here equal to sign. Okay. So what does it mean here? I'm assigning the value 76 to the marks of type must match the type integer. For example, if I add here 0.7, 0.5, right? So this is a double floating value. It cannot be assigned to the integer, right? It should be a either double or float. So this is incorrect. So make sure you should have the exact type of data or value to the variable, right? Assigned. So this is one thing, using assignment statement, using assignment statement. Now let's go to the input statement. How do you read the value? How do you read the value from the console, from the keyboard? For example, whatever in the program we add value, example int x is equal to a, b equal to y, we write the value, initial value to the keyboard, but through the variable, okay, to the variable. But I want to add this value from the keyboard, from the using the keyboard, using the input. So keyboard is an input device. Everyone knows keyboard is an input device used to enter the data to the program. So whatever you have program using, how do you enter the data? Using one of the input device, keyboard, right? So how do you input this data to this variable, right? So here in this one we have added here the value. This is input value to the marks. Okay, so this value I have to enter through keyboard, not directly I have written directly here, right? So here I just written it. Next time I will not write it here as a int marks. So I will add this value 76 from I'm using keyboard, right? That is what input reading the value from the keyboard. So how to read this value? So what are the methods? Tariga. So this Java provides, it's called Java provides a class called scanner. You know scanner, right? S is capital letter. Remember, S is capital letter. So it consists a class name called scanner. It's a non-primitive data type. It's a class. It's a class called scanner, which has many methods. Tariga to read different types of data from the console. Console nothing but your command prompt. Console means your command prompt, like cmd, like I will show you here, Windows R cmd. This is console. You will enter the values here, 5 2, okay, 25, like something. You will enter the value. You know, as example, this is a value, this is b value, like, okay. So this value is, this class has some methods, which has many methods, some methods which will read a different types of data. Maybe mostly we deal with numbers only, numbers, right? Numbers, letters, okay. So it may be a double value, it may be a string value, it may be character value, it may be a integer value, right? So from the console, right? So they will enter these values using this method of scanner, right? So how to use these methods, in our program, so we have to write this statement. We have to create an object to, for example, if whenever you want to use any class object, whenever you want to use any class, a class method, any class methods, we have to create an object. How to create an object or this class? This is my class. I want to create an object for this one. So first we need to create an input stream object of scanner class. As for how to create this line, just remember this line, okay? Scanner input equal to new scanner system.in. This will enable to creating a object called input. Object called, you can write any valid identifier name, right? Console input, right? You can write any, it's an identifier, is an object, right? Instance of scanner, right? So using input we can invoke different methods of scanner class. So there are many methods, I say here, which scanner has many methods. So how to use this method? Using input, right? So we invoke money, we will execute, we'll use it, we'll call the methods of scanner using this one, based on the type of data you want to read from the console, use from the console. Let's see what are the different methods in scanner, okay, to read different types of data. So this is also very important to memorize here. So we have simple types of data here, type of data, an example how to use it, right? For example, you want to read integer values, integer data. So when you have to use using input, this input is same as this one you're using this one. You have to write this line compulsory, right? This what is input, and input, then dot, then you have to use nukta, dot operator here, okay. So this is used to invoke, used to access and invoke a method. Next int, next int, next int, I is capital here. So this is a method. When I say method, this is brackets, use the brackets here, parenthesis, okay. Now this is a representation of a method. Using this object means I'm calling a method, a service, you can say a service, a method, okay, to read integer value, to reach what type of data? Integer data, to read integer. For example, if you want to read float data, means some point value, you have to use next float. For double data we have to use double method. For each and every Data, we have different methods. To read integer, we use nextInt. To read float value, we use nextfloat. To read double, we use double. To read character value, you want to read character, letter, symbol, any single, use this method, next dot char at 0. Okay, to read a text, a message, a string, we use next line. Don't write next string. Okay, next line. So these are the methods. There are many methods available under the scanner, but these are the basics we needed. In this case, we need only integer, all this 1 2 3 4 5, right? So we need 5 types of methods we'll use to read the values from the keyboard or console. Note one more important thing is that the scanner is a class in the defined in the package java.util. So we must import it. Means in order to use this scanner, we need to use one. We need to import. We need to take a. I mean, import means load. Simply, you can say load the package called java.util. Java. Means this java.util is one package consists this scanner class. Clear? Like we have seen this one here in our program. See this one, arithmetic program. This arithmetic operator is a program under this package chapter 4. So this arithmetic program is a class. This is a class. Okay, this is class name available under the package chapter 4. Similarly, this scanner is available under the package name java.util. So this scanner has these methods: nextInt, nextfloat, nextDouble, caret, nextLine. How to use these methods? Using object input. So you must write this line, okay, and make sure you must have S capital here, scanner S is capital, right? So scanner is a class which has a methods to access to read the different types of data from the console. It is a class, right? So using a scanner object. What is a scanner object? This input is a scanner object. You can have different name, but I'm using throughout the chapter using input, right? You can have different names. So this is one. So how do you print? How do you output the statement? So we have already seen this one in Java. Use system class to read input. See here in this one. So for input we use system.in, right? For output system.out.print, right? We use system.out.print, right? So this Java system class as earlier to print the statements on the output device such as a screen. So what are the method is, there are many methods of out, right? So just write down this system.out.print. This is println using some expression, maybe text, numbers, anything. This is without new line. This is with line, new line, and this is blank. It is also okay, valid. So this is are the simple to print the output on the screen, okay, using system.out.print. So as everyone knows, this one is already discussed, right? So let's go to some exercises, okay, before we proceed to the scanner. Let's go one by one here. Simple example: write each of the following as a Java expression. So I have given some text, right, some equations, right? So how do you write using Java? How do you write this program? How to write this text? So I'm running here like example here, 32 times A plus B. This is my question to you guys. How do you write this sentence? How do you convert this sentence, right, statement into a Java expression? So Java should execute this one. So simply I will write here like this one here. 32 times money multiplication, right, times A. 32 times A. See here, 32 times money multiplication means observe A. This is A plus money, everyone knows, addition B. This is the answer. Clear? You understand this one, right? The next is here, the character that represent 8. How do you represent the number, let digit 8 as a character? When I say character, you have to write single quotes, right? And 8, just write on this one. It is a character. It's a character, right? So that's one thing, that's your answer. So because this is a character, so a single value within 8. The string that represent the line information technology. It's not clear here. Let me write this. So I have a string which names example is given here. It said here, how do you write this one? How do you write the string here? Write like this. Information. Right. If you want more thing, like you say here, C equal to, you can write like this. More. Okay. Here you can write string. How do you write example? A line, message, msg. Okay. Equal to, so use space. Okay. So this is one thing I'm representing. How do you represent this text using string? So you write a simple message. String means double quotes, must include double quotes. And how do you write in this statement in Java here? Expression. So this is an expression I had to write here. So first you'll write same b minus b again, sorry, minus b plus, now you say b square. B square means multiply itself. B multiply b minus 4 ac. AC means 4 multiply a, sorry, multiply a, sorry, I didn't write 4. 4 multiply a multiply c. This is one expression. Whole divided by 2 multiply a. Right? This is how you write. You cannot write like this right away into the means. Convert any statements into Java executable expression. This is like an act as a Java statement without any error. I mean, you write like this, if AC without any symbols, what kind of operation is performing. So it will assume AC is one variable. It is not consider A is different, C is different, right? So this is very, very important to convert your expression. You have to read what is an expression here. You have to understand this one, right? So 4 multiply A. This is how you understand. Hope everyone understand this one. So let's see how many other exercises from continuously can see here. I have given x is equal to 5, y equal to 6, z is equal to 4, and w is equal to 3.5. Then evaluate each of the following expression. You must know the expression here, right? First you do the x plus z, right? Then you, what is z, x plus z here? Uh, x plus z, 5 plus 4, 9. 9 divided by 9 mod 7. 9 mod 7. Let me do here. Paint, using the program here, paint. So the first one is 9 divide is mod, right? Mod 6. So how do you do this one? So you say 6, this is 9, 616 bagi 3. The answer is 3 because it's a mod, right? So mod always written this. Clear? So this answer is 3. You have to write, mention the output as a 3. This is similar to what I will going to ask for each 1 mark or 2 mark questions, right? So, and we have seen this, you can evaluate remaining this one and this one. You have to do by yourself, right? So, and the same thing, what is the value of a and b? And suppose given value of a is 5 and b equal to 6, then what is the value of each variable after each statement executes? I mean, what is the output of a? What is the output of c? What is the output of b separately? So a, b, c output you have to write down, right? So this is one thing you can also do as an exercise, right? So let's go with another one here. Which of the following are valid Java identifiers? So I identify nothing but a naming a things which is, should begin with letter underscore or dollar, no spaces, no keywords, nothing, right? So no digits, no other symbols can be acceptable to have a name, right? Begin with a name. So let's see this one is okay. Which of the following valid, man, correct, correct identifier, not incorrect, right? Correct. So this is okay. No space, any name, right? So this is good. And start with underscore, and this name is okay. Start with dollar. This is also good. and dollar, this is incorrect. I just highlight this is incorrect. It's not, because it begin with digit. And here actually it is showing here first under 2. Okay, this is also correct. Begin with letter, underscore, no problem, no spaces. Okay, you have to see all the rules of naming the identifier. And here this is space, can you see here in F? So this is incorrect. So here I can say here, just use the justification for this one. I say begin with it. Here I can say here un space in the words. And here same case, begin with digit. It's also begin with digit. It's also not correct. Java is okay. This is okay. I mean, these three are incorrect. You have to identify. I have given list of identifier names. You need to identify. This is in mostly in chapter 3. Similar in chapter 3. So which of the following are not reserved words? So you have to know, must know some reserved words like, char, right? This is keyword reserved words. Integer, float, and double, large, we did not use it, right? So this is incorrect. It's not a reserved words. And bit, no, we know byte, but not bit, right? So these two are incorrect answers. These are the answers like this. So I hope this is exercises. Similar kind of questions will be in the exams, right? Like to identify the things and how to write the names, what is the output of this statement, programs. So up to here we have seen any questions, dear? If you have any questions, please let me know so that I can proceed to the next topic, very important topic, using scanner. If you have any questions, please ask me quickly, because the session is recording. I don't want to waste the time. Do you have any questions while evaluating the expressions and you understand the scanner, right? Clear, good. Okay, no one is asking any questions, so that I will proceed to the program right away. So before I proceed, I just want to give this one more, right? We need to use this line, right? This statement, a scanner, and object, and this one of the methods, okay, in our programs to read the value from the computer, from the keyboard. So let's see how to use it, right? How to use this one. See, first program is given here. Let's go to the example programs. Okay, write a Java program to read two numbers from the console and print the sum. Means he wants to read two values from the console. Here from the means from the keyboard, mostly console, keyboard, command prompt. Okay, and print the total sum. This is a question, right? Now the program is already given. Let me write. This is image file. You cannot copy here, right? Let me write one by one, right? So let's go with this one. I can say simple name. What is the name? Just write any name, sum. New class, I can say sum. Okay, and use this one, right? This program. So everyone has tried it here. 4 point program number here 4.5, right? 4.5. Don't want to write more details, you just write it. Okay, your name, your ID. Right, now see here, the first thing you just now say two numbers, read two numbers, means you must have two values, right? And result, the three things you have to have, declare three things, isn't it? So I have one assume we are taking integer, right? Int a, b, and c, right? So using three things. So first two values input and the result is c. So let's go with sum. Okay, easy to for you. So if you want something number one, let's go with number one, and good name if you want number two, right? So what do you do here generally? Before we used to do, this is 10, this is 20, right? So what you do here generally, now you say sum equal to number one plus number. Then you usually system dot print the result, right? I'm here. Println, I say sum is printing some value, right? So some, I just run the program. You say number 1 and number 2, I'm added this value 10 plus 20, 30. This is expression is evaluated, and using equal sign, it is stored in sum. I'm printing the values sum here, right? Just run the program, you'll get answer. Sum is 30. The sum is 30, right? Now this is a program simply, but using scanner. I say here the question is very clear here. Write a program to read here, read or get two numbers from the console. From the console means when I say console, you have to use scanner. You have to use. Sometimes I don't use scanner, right? The word I don't use, but you have to, when I say read from the console, because there is no numbers. Numbers is not given here. What is the input? What is 10? What is the number 1? What is the number 2? It's not given. So this must be provided using the console. So let's see how to do this one. So these values we will give through keyboards. So I don't want to write this one. Okay. So just remove these values. Just declare. Now after this one, after declaration, use scanner as capital. Scanner input equal to new scanner system as capital dot in. This line. So not this one. System dot in. But there is an error here. You can see. So you can say when you click here, just say import. Click import. So one import is imported. See, can you observe here? You must import. This is what is given in the slides here. So see here in this slide, a note scanner is a defined in java.util package. So we must import it. We must import it. So I have automatically the Eclipse has supported this one, right? So it is given here imported. So you must write java.util.scanner. I mean this scanner is a class available under this package. I'm importing means I'm taking a help of this one, this package, this class. So I can use the methods of this now. So that error is gone, but still you have some errors. So now here still there is an error. So I'm not defined, did not add any value to number 1 and number 2. That's why it's showing an error. So what is the value of a and what is the value of number 1 and what is the value of number 2 is not yet initialized. It did not give any initial value. So these values can be given through keyboard. So how now, but this, what are the types? You have to see the type of data here. So this is number 1 and number 2 of type is integer. So we need to use a method with integer. So what is the method with integer here? This method is next int, right? So remember this one. So let's go with this one. So I'm writing here system dot out dot. I'm writing some message here. Enter the value of number 1. I'm just writing some text, right, to make understand the user. Enter the value of number 1. How to enter the value? Number 1 equal to, I want to read this value from console, right? So using this object input. So I want to get this value number 1 equal to, using this object, control C, control V dot. See, is very clearly given next int. Use this one. Bus. Next int. No spelling mistakes, right? Means you got the value, and this is before assume and assume like this 10, right? As we did before, number 1. Now instead of writing this 10, I'm writing, use this one. Using this method input, you must write it before you use this one, right? Dot next int. Similarly for number 2, want to input second number also, right? So I guess giving some more spaces here. Let me, I hope it's visible, right? So here number 1 and this is number 2. Use number 2. Enter the value number. Now your all error is gone. Means what is, I'm declaring two variables. I want this number 1 and number 2 values from the console. So it means you should read the value from the keyboard. You can, so these are integer values, so we must make sure you use next int, because you declare number one as integer. Okay, so you must use input dot next, means I'm just, this is was text, this is not necessary, but how do you know which values you are entering? Okay, so here you are entering next int using next int. Now this method, this one will read the value whatever entered through console, using console. So let's save this program and run the program. Look carefully, right? So let's run the program. See here, program is running but not stop, right? So here click here and enter the value. For example, I enter 10. See, I enter 10 in green color, hope everyone can see. This is number one. Hit enter, but then hit enter. Next, so it's asking another number, right? It's asking another number 2. So I'm entering 20. I'm entering 20 here. Hit enter again. So the sum is 30. It's doing calculation like you're doing calculator. You enter A, you enter B, and you will get the answer, right? So now I can run the program many times with different output. Like an example, this is 20, this is 30. I can get 50 answer. I can run again. Okay, I'm not changing the program, I'm changing the value here. For example, this is 60. Oh, sorry, I put dot. See, you should not put dot here, right? Because dot is decimal. So you should give the what exactly data type it here, right? So this one, again, run the program. So I can say 52, I can say 78. Hit enter, and I'm not changing, I'm keep changing the value of number one, number two. If I change it here, again I have to change the value. It's very hard to change the value in the program. I'm changing outside this one. Once you write it, you can accept any type of, I mean, value of same type, and mostly of any value from the same type. So I hope everyone understand. So make sure you should have the exact value inputs. Example, let's go with this one. Example is asking here 2.3. Exception, throws exception. Exception means, now this is I mean, you can see here, main input mismatch, it's not matching. Okay, so what kind of error throws is this? Like, click here. So if you want to read more, this one, this is not necessary. So it's mismatching. Okay, it's mismatching, doesn't match the input, whatever the input you input here, because you input to double value but you declare as integer, right? So then in this case you have to change this one as double, right? So let me, you can do the double, right? You can do the same program using double. Then you, instead of next int, you have to use next double value. Okay, so I will give you the time here to execute the same program. Okay, and run and and let me know whether you completed this program or not. So you have just 10 minutes to complete this program. Okay, go ahead, bismillah.